to see if we can get another pin here. Hold on.
Where should I put this?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
One moment, Cassie.
Okay.
Get what I have?
Yeah, and then we took out 12.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
So then we made the sign, what is it called, sign chart?
So did you try to make a sign chart with this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Okay.
So, totally separate flashcard to have memorized is that when you see a quadratic, you almost always can factor it.
Okay.
Almost. I have seen a naked question where you can't, you're just stuck doing the best you can. But if you can factor it, it does make the problem easier. So I'm going to try to factor first. So I say 3x times x will equal 3x squared. Okay with that? These pens are causing me great anxiety. Can't seem to find one that works very well.
So I think it's a,
it?
No, I forgot.
So for our class, really the technique that I have found always works is 3x times x.
Okay.
Skip this completely. Tell me what will multiply to make 4.
2.
So we're just going to try it. Okay. Now all you do is try. So 3x times x is. So and on the AP test, you want this flow to be perfect. Scratch works over here. So what's 3x times x?
3x.
And so then 3x times 2?
6x. 2x.
Kind of ring my wheel here.
So they both work.
So the middle two terms have to combine to be this one, so Eden's right.
Oh, that's right.
They both have to be negative. So that means when I come over here, what signs belong here and here? Negative. That's how I factor for this class. It's good enough, it always works, it never fails me. So there are more complicated ways to factor. I just haven't ever needed them, so I don't review them with you. So both good there?
Okay. I think, yeah, because that's where they got it.
So then when you make a sign chart, I'm just going to finish so that I can finish the video here. This part of y double prime, so you got y double prime here. Y double prime is made up of a factor of 12, factor of 3x minus 2, and a factor of x minus 2. So that means I'm going to have a 0 at 2. I want to spread things out a little bit. So here's x equal 2. There's a 0 there. X equal 2/3.
Yeah. Oh.
0 there. Doesn't matter what x I'm using, 12 is just going to be 12. If I plug in an x equals 0, this would be negative. Therefore, for all of these different x's, this factor of y double prime is negative. Try over here. If I had an x value of 2, I plug that 2 in here, this would be a positive result. So positives here. Plug in 0 here, negative. So therefore, all of these are negative. Plug in 5, this would be positive. Question? You guys are good. So y double prime, the idea of the sign chart is I'm trying to figure out when x is, say, -10, what's the value of y double prime? What's the y coordinate of y double prime? This part's positive, I already wrote that down. This piece will be negative, I already wrote that down. This piece is also negative, so when I multiply these three factors together, the result is y double prime is a positive value, when x is a very negative value. And the pattern continues for all of these different x coordinates. Here, when x is equal to 2/3, this factor will be positive. I got that written down right here, positive. this factor will be 0, the other factor will be negative, multiplied together, this is 0. Here, negative, here 0, here positive. So F is concave down whenever F double prime is negative. So I'm between 2/3 and 2. Anyone else want to talk more about this? 1 second. Cool.